So, y'all, we back with another one. It's Compton Rick Rock TV. Shouts out to Compton Rick Rock. Uh, I like his content. It's real cool. He talks about everything and anything. Um, yeah, while y'all at it, go subscribe, press the notification bell, press the thumbs up, and press that share button and go below and comment. Feel me? Let's get this channel back popping, y'all. Um, yeah, man. Pretty soon I'm gonna come out with a little merch. So yeah, let's get this show on the road. Get the boat on the water. Let's see.
Y'all want me to make y'all some of the food while I'm running around? The food from yesterday.
If it's some more,
Give me what food? I just want another bowl. Another bowl, like a regular bowl.
just
Do
want
you?
me up some rice.
Just rice?
Oh yeah, and the gravy on top. That's it. I don't want the pork chop. All right. With that being said, let's jump to the content. Check out what's the script. Nope.
You're now watching Compton Rick Rock TV. Let's get to the content.
Yo, what up? It's Compton Rick Rock with Compton Rick Rock TV, and we back with the content. But before we get to the content, like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and catch every video when I drop them. Now, it's been a whole lot of controversy, man. This topic has been in the YouTube streets for a couple of days now, and when I say it's getting intense, it's getting intense. But we're going to keep it going. We're going to get back into this, and this is rap news and street politics, one of my favorite channels here on YouTube. And the title is Hoover Federal Indictment Paperwork, Lady Duck and P4K RICO Trafficking Enterprise. We all seen what's been going on Fig in a couple of days. And when I say on Fig, I'm talking about the streets, where a couple of guys then got arrested for some activity over there. And like I say, everybody is innocent to proven guilty. So we're going to jump into this, man. And once again, Hoover Federal Indictment Paperwork, Lady Duck and P4K RICO. Let's jump into this content. Let's go.
Rap News Street Politics, the best hood channel on YouTube. And we back on the west side of South Central with the Hoover RICO indictment. Now, we only 5 months down the line from when the 6-0s got wrapped up in the RICO, and the feds stayed in the city and came over to Fig, taking down 11 people where they got some nasty allegations. And I gotta say, I gotta give a warning to y'all that's listening. It's gonna be some raw details with what the feds are alleging these defendants have done. Now, again, everything is just allegations. They innocent until proven guilty. But you already know how the feds is coming, man. They've done their homework, and they really started it by piecing together everything about the Hoovers. Now, you know, we got some high-profile names on this case. Y'all know we got Lady Duck as the lead defendant on this case. And a lot of people ask, how's the only female on this case the lead defendant? For y'all that's in the city, y'all done heard her name before. Y'all may know her. You already know Lady Duck is not playing. She was already sitting down on the state case for 30 flocks and had a release date, and now the feds have put the squeeze on her, and they finna take everybody down to MDC. And just to give y'all an idea of what Lady Duck got going on in this indictment, the feds got somebody on tap trying to sell Lady Duck a female for a rack. And if Lady Duck did...
Wow. So now we see that this stuff is going back further than what a lot of people on the internet is saying. You know, it was a little controversy with Smack. People try to say by him sitting down with the mayor that there was the reason for this RICO. But no, this been going on way before Smack didn't sit down. 3 weeks ago, we clearly heard him say right now that they got her on a tap, man, trying to buy a female. Well, somebody trying to sell her a female for $1,000. Like I said, all this is alleged. And that's a lot of people that y'all seen, man, a lot of youngsters, man. And it's a shame that a lot of lives is being thrown away because we are being tricked into thinking that this street life is, you know, what we see out here, man. We see the chains, the cars, the jury, and we being blinded by that, man.
Warner, they said they was gonna sell her organs across the border. Lady Duck replied, what she look like? So that's the type of role they allege Lady Duck is playing in this indictment. But not only is Lady Duck on here, y'all know we got P4K out the Baby Stone Gorillas from BPS. Everything they was saying about dude, the feds are alleging that him and pretty much everybody else was involved in some nasty activity on Fig. Now with the RICO, you know they saying that the Hoovers are an enterprise, a full organization that's running a monopoly on the west side of South Central. And as the feds put it, they are operating from 4 Trey to the one-way. But not only do they got the RICO charge, they got the sex trafficking of the minors by force, fraud, or coercion, transportation of a minor, sexual exploitation of a minor. They got drug trafficking, money laundering, and they got the firearm purchases stacked up against these dudes. But overall, it's 24 victims, with 8 of them being minors. And what I've seen is ranging from ages 14 to 17. Some crazy work that's being alleged in this indictment. But this whole situation started off in February 2021 and ended last week, August 7th, 2025, where they unsealed this.
There we have it. It's been a 4-year investigation, man. It started February 2021, continuing through August 7th, 2025.
Indictment and turned the heat up on everybody. Now, February 9th, 2021, Lady Duck was caught with 9 racks, some fake pills that had that fentanyl in it, and a scale for distribution. This is the starting point where everything started to go left. And this is when the feds started to fully build their case on the Hoovers as a whole. Not just the pimping, they pretty much got everything except for murders in this indictment surrounding the Hoovers. They've been studying their rivals. Of course, they well-known rivals and allies. Those facts are pretty well publicized in the streets, and of course on the internet. But the feds are alleging that the Hoovers got about 1,800 active members right now, and they had 3 main strongholds in this operation. 2 of them being motels, one of them the Stadium Inn, and the other one the 110 Motel, with the Stadium Inn being on Vermont and the 110 Motel being off Florence. And the feds are also alleging that the House of Hotties off Fig, that little female clothing store, was one of the key pieces in helping strengthen the enterprise of the Hoovers. Now, the feds said they were studying the Hoovers for a long time, and they seen even if the Hoovers is having internal conflict between one of their sets, they noticed that when it was time to put it.
Now, all the OGs, all the BGs, TGs out there, I want y'all to understand this, man. Y'all see what's going on. Y'all see what's going on. They don't want to take one person to jail no more, man. They want to take a group, and that's why it's called the RICO. So y'all need to pay attention to what's going on, man. Everybody is being watched under surveillance, man. And yeah, man, they clean it up, man. They straight clean it up. I would advise y'all to go out there and get y'all a job, man. Find y'all something other to do than terrorizing, man, because we living in the times now where you can't get away. Everything, I don't know how many times we gonna see it. The people that been here before some of y'all, we been here. We lived in a time in the era where it wasn't as much surveillance. It wasn't this much surveillance. People wasn't telling. You know, yeah, you had a couple of people telling, but it wasn't as bad as it is now. A lot of people can't take this no more, man. They get caught, they gonna turn you over. So y'all, I advise y'all to, man, go do something with yourself, man, other than continue to do crime, man, because it's not gonna pay off, man.
Didn't work. All the sets was coming together for Hoover, and this is what they using to prove that they running a full-fledged enterprise. And they also dug deep into how people was getting put on and who exactly was getting walked on because of their family ties into the Hoovers. Now, this is being labeled as a complex case because it has more than 8 defendants. It got 11 total. Well, like we said, Lady Duck PK4, Vermont.
Lady Duck, man, they're gonna try to get her being the mastermind. That's who they want. They want the person that got the most influence. That's who they want, because the person with the most influence, the mastermind, they know they control people. And that's a problem when you got the power to control multiple people, man.
Star, Tiny 3, Folo, J Money, Young Poke, and a few other dudes who are either associates or members of one of the Hoover sets in LA. And Vermont Star is the same dude that we spoke on in our Swan video, the dude that just robbed Day 3 homie of his chains. And Tiny 3 is King off Manchester, another rapper coming out the Hoovers.
Doing heads, pulling skits, nigga better keep a tool on him. 10 bands for a headshot and we gon' stand up. My cousin Wooty whoopin' Wooty wham, nigga, land on. Fuck said trophy, nigga, long live the dead homie.
Now, a thing that we gotta stress, like we said, Young Pope, P4K, we gotta let y'all know, these charges and allegations we finna go through is nothing to play with, and they only pertain to the people that we talking about in this indictment. Just because you see Young Poke name, this ain't got nothing to do with the Poke that we know that's doing this entertainment shit. With P4K, this got nothing to do with the Baby Stone Gorillas. Like I said, these charges are nothing to play with, so let's not get silly with the internet shit just because you see some familiar names in this indictment. But what's being said is that all these defendants helped each other in one way or another in this human trafficking ring, whether it was with the minors or the adults. Everybody played a hand in keeping the grip on the operation. And everybody knows Fig, and we know what hood is on Fig. It said that to operate on Fig, you have to be in good standing with the Hoovers. And they also alleged that some people was paying taxes to play ball on Fig with some of the feet out there. But overall, that fear factor is what the feds are using to glue the Hoovers to a whole enterprise, resulting in this RICO. And the key thing that y'all gotta realize is the same shit every time. Instagram. Not only are these dudes using these music videos, but they using Instagram to prove the allegations in these indictments. The guns and the drugs are being shown on Instagram, shown in the music videos, and along with the weapon seizures and the seizure of the drugs, the feds are saying that the Hoovers are using this and keeping drugs and weapons around to protect their assets in these two.
It's a trap. It's a trap. That's why they call it the trap. All this social media stuff, the trap. Posting everything you doing online, it's a trap. You should be utilizing social media to further any business that you have. That's it. You should use it for a business tool, not to get on here. This ain't like back in the days when you had a photo album, when your family come and sit around a round table, y'all pass the family photo album around. It's not that. All this stuff is documented. I don't know how many times people got to keep saying it online, and nobody is listening, nobody paying attention, because everybody got the mentality, you know, they won't get me. Yeah, they got them, but I'm smarter than them. I got to wake up.
Motels and the clothing store. And they said they was also using the clothing store and the motels as stash spots for guns and drugs. And even though dudes like P4K is not from Hoover, they were still involving themselves in Hoover politics and in the Hoover enterprise. BPS is not mentioned once other than as an ally of Hoover in this indictment. But overall, the feds are alleging 441 overt acts that they using against all 11 of these defendants. So overt acts are going to be specific crimes and elements that the feds use as probable cause to set forth the indictment. And again, there's 441 different acts or crimes that were committed. Now the feds start off by saying most of these defendants was branding their names, tattooing their names on these victims. Some adults and some minors, with Lady Duck having her name on 4 people, Hands having his name on at least 2 people. Folo, aka Figure 4, also had his name on at least 3 people. Info had his name tatted on a 17-year-old girl on her face. And Vermont Star had his name tatted on a 17-year-old girl on her neck. Boy, now with Lady Duck, the feds say
they ass done. They get found guilty of this, they ass is done.
She is a hood trophy. They got this in the indictment, say she's one of the lifelines of the set. And they got Jay Money on the conversation telling somebody that Lady Duck has been holding the set down money-wise for a long time. And it was time for him to start increasing his profits in the streets for the hood. So situations like these is why Lady Duck is seen as the lead defendant in this case. Like I said, she was already down for 30 flocks in 3 different counties and was in custody since July of last year. But they got her on tape beating multiple females, and there was that one tape that came out in the store where she was seen beating that pregnant female, where she alleged that that female was dissing the Hoovers.
All right.
What, bitch? I hope you got the same dress on, bitch.
What?
Fuck wrong with you, bitch, when you're dissing the set, bitch. On the dead food, bitch. Hey, bitch, on the set. Say sorry, bitch. Bitch, say sorry, bitch, for dissing the set.
But right before she went down for them flocks, April 26, 2024, she's seen at that Stadium Inn with a 14-year-old girl. Now, her and Jay Money both had hands in lacing this 14-year-old girl up, but she was the main person in dealing with this little girl. And the crazy part is, dudes was actually out here dealing with little girls. At one point, they said this girl had $200 at 2 a.m. And by 4 p.m. the next day, she had $1,500, bringing it straight to Lady Duck. And it got so crazy where the little girl's family ended up finding her at Stadium Inn, and Lady Duck told one of her homies that she's starting to look like a child predator out here dealing with this little girl. Now, like I said, Jay Money was with her, and all these dudes was around this situation with a 14-year-old girl outside.
Now, remind y'all, man, the stuff that he's reading is all the information that they didn't gather up.
It's probably something in that because
so all he doing is reading what's out there
already
that they got on these people. Like I say, they all innocent until proven guilty. This don't look good.
Yeah, what's not much baby, so you know how to eat the rice.
But like I said, Lady Duck extremely active in this section. When they needed burners, they was calling Lady Duck. She was caught on the phone call in her undercover space, circulating, and she replied that Hoover wanted his head. And one of the main people she was dealing with was P4K. Now, you know, P4K to the internet, he made a cold turn to the pimping. As soon as the rappers started to slow down, everybody saw it.
What?
Baby Stone stopped producing music at the rate that they was producing it. And P4K really took on.
You get it. I take Carm over there.
And the feds started to use his rapping.
I am working.
Find the pimping in the game.
You can still get it.
Built this case against him. But this dude was out here leveraging his rapping career, telling females that they could go on tour with him. If they hit the blade for him.
All you gotta do is move your arm.
January 1st, 2023, it's like this nigga made the New Year's resolution to get pimping. because the
You
feds got him
lazy.
posting an ad for females to apply to his
When you be
pimping.
calling me
All right,
lazy.
man. Y'all can go over here to street news and
Move.
rap politics. Man, this is the
Okay.
rap news and street politics, man. This is the one of the best channels, man, when it comes to
Bruh.
this right here. Very
Bro.
entertaining, well put together. So this is what y'all looking for, rap news and street politics.
Bro.
Y'all go over there and watch the rest of this video, man.
I'm gonna
It's a good
shock you.
video, man. All his videos is well
Wait
put
till you
together,
come
Mm.
man.
get your food.
Hoover Federal Indictment Paperwork, Lady Duck,
Try to be nice
and
and
P4K, man.
give me
Y'all go
your
over
food,
there
but you
and check that
act
out.
like you
Also,
can't
leave y'all thoughts in the
mama
comment
her
section. It's
cereal.
Compton Rick Rock with Compton Rick Rock
Girl,
TV.
I
I'll
could.
catch all of y'all
say shit.
on the next one. Like,
Sorry.
comment, share, and subscribe.
Sorry. But no. Yeah, I'm out, y'all.